What if I told you that the thing you are chasing so desperately isn't actually what you want? What if your job, your money, your status, and everything you're trying to achieve are nothing more than a cup, and you've been so busy choosing the perfect cup that you've forgotten to enjoy the coffee? Years ago, a professor was sitting in his office looking at a photograph of his former students. They had once been young and ambitious. They had studied together, dreamed together, and talked endlessly about the future. But years had passed. Now they were adults. Some had become successful businessmen. Some had found prestigious jobs. Others had made a lot of money. They were living the lives they had once dreamed about. One day, the professor decided to invite them all back to his home. Not for a lecture, not for a lesson, just for coffee. One by one, his former students arrived. They hugged each other, laughed about their university days, and talked about their lives. But after a while, something became obvious. Almost every conversation was about the same things: money, careers, promotions, houses, success, and how difficult life had become. The professor listened quietly. Then he stood up and said, "Let me make you some coffee." Everyone smiled and agreed. The professor went into the kitchen. He prepared a large pot of fresh coffee. Then he placed it on the table. But beside the coffee, he put out a collection of cups. There were beautiful porcelain cups. Some were made of expensive glass. Some were simple and ordinary. Others were old and plain. There were even a few cheap plastic cups. The professor looked at his students and said, "Please help yourselves." The students immediately stood up. They all reached for the cups. But something interesting happened. Almost everyone chose the most beautiful and expensive-looking cup. The simple cups were left behind. The plastic cups were untouched. Everyone poured coffee into their chosen cup and returned to their seats. The professor looked around the room. Then he smiled. "Did you notice what just happened?" he asked. The students looked confused. "You all wanted the best-looking cups." He pointed toward the cups left on the table. "Nobody wanted those." Then he continued, "And that is exactly what happens in life." The room became quiet. "You wanted coffee. But when you saw the cups, you started comparing them. You thought the expensive cup would make the coffee better. But did it?" Nobody answered. The professor slowly picked up a simple cup. "The cup is only a container. It doesn't change the coffee." Then he looked at his former students. "Your life is the coffee. Your job is a cup. Your house is a cup. Your car is a cup. Your money is a cup. Your social status is a cup. Even the way other people see you is just another cup. There is nothing wrong with having a beautiful cup," the professor said. "There is nothing wrong with wanting a better job, making more money, or living in a comfortable home. The problem begins when you believe the cup is the coffee." His students remained silent. They finally understood. They had spent years chasing better cups, a better position, a bigger house, more money, more recognition. And somewhere along the way, they had forgotten why they wanted those things in the first place. They wanted a better life, but they had become so obsessed with the container that they had forgotten to enjoy the life inside it. The professor smiled and raised his cup. "Don't let the cup control your life. Take care of your coffee. Enjoy the people you love. Appreciate the moments you have. Be grateful for what you already possess. And if someday you get a better cup, enjoy it. But never confuse it with the coffee. Because at the end of the day, people don't remember how expensive your cup was. They remember how you lived, how you loved, how you treated others, and whether you actually enjoyed the coffee you were given. Stop chasing the perfect cup. Start enjoying the coffee." If enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.